Michelle from Noble Touch, and today we're going to do a fun new flower. I'm using dark purple, lavender, and orange. Now this is one of my favorite color combinations. A funny story is how we get our inspiration for things. I was at a salon getting my hair done, and this lady next to me, she was getting a perm, and they were putting curlers in her hair, and they were purple and orange curlers. And I was like, wow, I really like those two colors together. I've never thought about those two colors before until I seen her getting her hair done at the salon. So funny where inspiration can come from. But I've also had done like the orange ombre, purple flowers, stuff like that. And I love them. There's, like I said, it's one of my favorite color combinations. So you're going to need some dark purple 10-inch mesh, some light purple or lavender, and orange two-tone gold mesh, as well as the 10-inch wreath frame, a canvas grid or canvas plastic. And this, like I said, if you can see where it's cut here and here, it's because I just used a spare piece that I've already cut off of, but you know, waste not, want not. So I just need a basic center here, so it doesn't have to attach fully all the way. And also cable ties, your scissors. All this right here you can get from Mel's Crafty Mojo. I will post links to that under the description of the tutorial. And of course, this is another one of the poured centers from Nothing But Bows. I will also post the link there. These are so beautiful, and she makes different sizes as well, but they're gorgeous. They come out different every time. So each piece would be like a unique piece for your flower if you ordered. So you also will need a rotary cutter or a wood burner. If you use a rotary cutter, you just have to have a cutting mat. If you're using the wood burner, which I like to use as well because it reduces the fray, then make sure you have a piece of glass, a cutting board. You can use a cookie sheet if you want to just measure out your lines and mark it with the grid. But you just want to cut on something that's not going to melt. So this is an old refrigerator shelf I use. As well as make sure you wear a respirator when cutting with the wood burner. You are burning plastic, so you don't want to inhale that smoke. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, before we get started cutting our mesh, I wanted to show you the center. I did attach two pipe cleaners. I just, this way and that way. And I attached with a floral pin, shaped floral pins. I put 5 in, one in the center and one on each spot there. So we're going to pull through the grid and attach the ball this time on this flower. So for cutting the mesh, we're going to measure out every 10 inches and cut every 10 inches just like normal. Even if you're using different wreath frame sizes, the 10-inch is the size I pretty much always use. So you're going to go to your 10-inch line. If you're cutting with the wood burner, you want to keep in between the grid lines, pull apart as you go, just like that. So we're going to go ahead and cut up some 10-inch mesh of each color, and we'll be back. So we're going to go ahead and do our first petal, and we're taking the dark purple, and we're just going to fold it in the triangle, like so. And then I'm taking the orange and I'm going to fold it in the triangle as well. And then I'm taking this orange and placing it over the purple, and we're just placing it slightly below the purple, like this. And what I do is I just take my index fingers and put them in the middle and then grab and pinch like so and bring the sides down for this petal here. And then I just take a zip tie and before you tighten that zip tie down, take another zip tie and just run it like this on the back. Sometimes I need my pliers here to pull that tight. And then what you can do is cut off this excess. So this is actually a good petal you don't need the wood burner for. You could definitely just cut it with a rotary cutter. And then like so, there's your petal. So I went ahead and attached one already. And here, just go to that first frame on the outside. And pull through and just zip tie this to the back. Like that. So again, I've already got some petals made up. Just sliding them in here. And then we'll see how many we get here in this section. We're back and we have the first row done. We ended up doing only 4 in each section. So I thought the 5 and 6 or whatever I was trying to play with was just too squished, and I don't want them to be really squished up against each other. So we did 20 of each color basically together in the first section. Now for the second section, which is going to be here, I'm going to go ahead and take a lavender and dark purple. Trying to find some zip ties that are cut. Okay, so again, you're just going to go with the dark purple first and do the triangle. Like that. And then we take the lavender and do the triangle as well. Then just place the lavender over the dark purple, bringing it down just a little bit. It's probably about an inch down. And then just, again, pinch together. There's your second row of petals will be the double purple. So it'll be the dark purple and the light purple. And as you get going, you always forget to do this step, at least I do, but you can still typically get the zip tie in. And then I'm just going to take and cut off the excess mesh. And then, of course, we're just going to go in between the other petals, which I'm going to say maybe 3 on each section here. And just attach that one here. Pull down. Like that. So again, just bring it around that bar. And of course this zip tie is in backwards. So like I said, you can just typically push through that like that if you forget to do it before it's tightened down. I'm just pulling through on that bar or around that bar and zip tying. So I want to get that, I think, like that. But I think once we do 3 in each section, it should fill it in pretty nice. Keep losing my zip tie. So I need these pliers here. Like that. So we're going to go ahead and finish that and be back. Okay, so now we have the second layer on like that. Now for our third and last layer, we're going to take a lavender and an orange. And we're just going to do the lavender on the outside and the orange on the inside. Like so. Now on this one, because we're going right to the grid, we're not going to put the piece in the back. Cut that off there. Now what I did here is just pushed a zip tie through the grid. Let's see if you can see that in there right here in between these two. And then I'm just going to lay that petal on the grid like this and just zip tie up. So again, you're just going to run your zip tie through the grid and then lay your next petal and attach. So we're going to just keep doing this till we're done. Okay, so we have 10 of these petals around the center, and then we're going to go ahead and attach our ball down and through the grid. So we're just taking our pipe cleaners, and I'm just finding a spot here between the mesh to go through the grids. And let me see here, it's I want to get it so it's right in and lines up perfectly with everything before attaching. So I'm just pushing through the grids. We want to make sure it covers all the zip ties. Is that looking pretty good? Push down a little bit more. I'm just trying to bring these through so we can twist these together. Tighten them down. How's that look? I think that's pretty good. Now you can leave it just like it is here, or we can add some green leaves. I know I didn't start out with some green, but if we wanted to add green leaves, you can go ahead and just cut your mesh into 10 inches. And then, like I said, if you want, we can just do the regular, the single folds. And you can just do the single folds and place it every so often around the outside, or we can do the double folds like this. And I'm just going to take a fuzzy stick I have laying around here and just put the fuzzy stick around, bring down like that. And then we can, oh, I don't know, just put it where the bars are on this section. Now you can do this in the beginning too, so you don't have to deal with all the extra mesh here. Get this in here. And just twist it around. So then we have some green coming off here. And then I would just do 2 other sections with the green. So like that section, maybe this one, and then opposite one over here where you're going to skip the 2. So I would put 2 together and the barred, so barred section, skip a section, and put another double petal there, so you have like a three petal look coming off. So I'm going to go ahead and finish that, and we'll be back. Okay, here she is, all beautiful and finished, and I'm loving the green popping out the orange and purple. So you can, again, get all this mesh from Mel's Crafty Mojo with the frame and the grid, and the centers come from Nothing But Bows. So I will link both of the stores underneath the description portion of my YouTube video. Thank you so much for joining. Please make sure to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, as well as follow me on A Noble Touch on Facebook, and as well as on Etsy and Pinterest and Instagram. On my Facebook, I tend to put like the new mesh I'm going to be getting for my next flower or next project. So you might want to follow me there, just if you want a heads up on the mesh that I order. So thank you so much for joining me. You guys have a great day.